Welcome back to UK Pro Writers. Today, we have an incredibly important and complex topic to discuss: nuclear proliferation and regional stability. A comparative analysis of the Middle East and the Korean Peninsula. In this video, we will delve into the significance of this research, real-world examples, and how to structure your research paper. Real-world examples. Example 1. In the case of the Middle East, nuclear proliferation became a contentious issue when Iran pursued its nuclear program. This led to concerns about regional instability and prompted global powers to engage in diplomatic efforts, such as the Iran nuclear deal. However, the withdrawal of the United States from the agreement in 2018 reignited tensions and showcased the intricate dynamics of nuclear proliferation in the region. Example 2. Turning our attention to the Korean Peninsula, North Korea's nuclear ambitions have long been a global concern. North Korea's nuclear tests and missile launches have heightened tensions in the region, drawing the involvement of major powers like the United States, China, and Russia. The ongoing negotiations and diplomatic efforts aimed at denuclearization exemplify the complex interplay between regional stability and nuclear proliferation on the Korean Peninsula. Chapter 1 Introduction. Let's begin with Chapter 1, the Introduction. This sets the stage for your entire research. Chapter 1 typically includes an introduction to the research problem, its significance, research questions, objectives, rationale, and often, a brief overview of the research methodology. It sets the stage for the entire research paper by providing context and outlining the scope and purpose of the study. Research problem. A research problem is the issue you want to address. For example, in our case, the problem could be: the potential nuclear weapons development in unstable regions poses a global security threat. Research significance. Explain why your research is essential. For instance, understanding the impact of nuclear proliferation is crucial to prevent conflicts and maintain global peace. Research questions. Research questions guide your study. Here are 3 examples. How does nuclear proliferation affect regional stability? What role do global powers play in controlling nuclear weapons development? Are there regional variations in the consequences of nuclear proliferation? Research objectives. Your objectives should align with your questions. For instance, analyze the impact of nuclear proliferation on conflict dynamics. Examine the role of major global powers in regulating nuclear programs. Compare the Middle East and the Korean Peninsula to identify regional differences. Research rationale. Explain why your study is unique. For instance, this research fills a critical gap in understanding nuclear proliferation by comparing 2 volatile regions. Chapter 2 Literature Review. Moving on to Chapter 2, the Literature Review. This is where you explore existing research. Chapter 2, the Literature Review, comprises an extensive analysis of existing scholarly literature related to the research topic. It includes discussions on relevant theories, models, empirical studies, and gaps in the literature that the current research aims to address, offering a comprehensive background to the subject matter. Subtopics for this research might include: historical overview of nuclear proliferation in the Middle East and Korean Peninsula. Theories and models related to nuclear deterrence, such as MAD, mutually assured destruction. Case studies of regional conflicts influenced by nuclear capabilities. Theories and models. Some theories you can adopt include realism, emphasizing power and self-interest, and constructivism, focusing on norms and ideas. For example, realism would explain how nuclear capabilities can deter aggression, while constructivism might explore how regional norms affect proliferation. Literature gap. Identify gaps in existing research. For instance, while many studies focus on the Middle East, few compare it to the Korean Peninsula, leaving a gap in our understanding of regional dynamics. Chapter 3 Methodology. Chapter 3, the methodology, is crucial for your research process. Chapter 3, the methodology section, outlines the researcher's chosen approach and methods, detailing the conceptual framework, research philosophy, approach, strategy, data collection, and data analysis methods. It provides a clear roadmap for how the research will be conducted, ensuring transparency and replicability of the study. Conceptual framework. Create a framework with 3 independent variables, as an example regional stability, global power involvement, nuclear capabilities, and 1 dependent variable, as an example conflict intensity. Research philosophy and approach. Consider adopting a positivist research philosophy for empirical data collection. Use a deductive approach, as it suits a comparative analysis. Research strategy and choice. Opt for a case study research strategy, given your comparative focus. Choose qualitative data collection methods, such as interviews and content analysis, for in-depth insights. Data analysis. If it's qualitative, analyze by identifying themes. For instance, interview responses revealed a pattern of distrust among regional actors. If quantitative, determine an appropriate sample size. For example, we surveyed 500 individuals in each region. Ethical considerations. Ensure ethical research practices. For example, obtain informed consent from interviewees to protect their rights. Limitations and delimitations. Acknowledge potential limitations. For example, limited access to classified information may restrict our analysis. Chapter 4 Data Analysis. Chapter 4, Data Analysis, aligns with your methodology. Chapter 4, the Data Analysis section, encompasses the actual analysis of the collected data, whether quantitative or qualitative, using the specified methods and tools. It presents the findings of the study, often with the help of charts, tables, and narratives, and interprets the results in light of the research objectives and questions. For quantitative analysis, use statistical methods like regression analysis. A sample size of 1,000 participants per region can yield reliable results. For qualitative analysis, employ content analysis. A sample size of 30-50 documents or interviews from each region can provide depth. Chapter 5 Conclusion. Chapter 5, the conclusion, wraps up your findings. Highlight key findings and their implications. For example, our research suggests that global power dynamics significantly impact regional stability. Chapter 6 Recommendations. In Chapter 6, offer practical recommendations. Suggest measures to enhance regional stability. For instance, global powers should engage in diplomatic efforts to reduce tensions in these regions. Suggestion for future research. Lastly, for future research, consider exploring topics like the role of emerging technologies in nuclear proliferation or the impact of climate change on regional stability. Remember, research is a dynamic process, and your findings can contribute to a safer and more stable world. So, stay curious and keep digging deeper. That's a wrap for today's video. We hope this guide helps you navigate the complex world of nuclear proliferation and regional stability research. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on global issues and research tips. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on UK Pro Writers.